600,000 were massacred, 400,000 died during deportation, and more than 200,000 were forced to abandon their religion and convert to Islam. These are the numbers from the first genocide of the 20th century, the Armenian genocide in April 1915, which is represented by the red circles on this map. During his visit to Armenia from June 24th to the 26th, Pope Francis will address this tragedy, just as he did last year when commemorating the 100th year anniversary of the horrific happenings.
La nostra umanità ha vissuto nel secolo scorso tre grandi tragedie inaudite. La prima, quella che generalmente viene considerata come il primo genocidio del XX secolo. Essa ha colpito il vostro popolo armeno, prima nazione cristiana, insieme ai siri cattolici e ortodossi, agli assiri, ai caldei, ai greci.
The Pope will spend time at the Armenian Genocide Museum, which recognizes the lives of all those who fled and were killed by the Turks. Turkey refuses to acknowledge this as a genocide, arguing this was not a planned attack, but many, including the researcher for the Armenian Genocide Vatican Archives, think otherwise.
The genocide was planned. A genocide is always planned, and it was planned by those who were in charge of the government, who were at power at the government in Constantinople during the First World War.
Father Georges has spent the last 8 years studying and collecting every Vatican document about this subject matter. He says that during this period, it was only the Vatican, with Benedict XV as Pope, who voiced its opinion and renounced the genocide with 2 official protest letters to the Ottoman Sultan. He adds that Pope Benedict XV was the only religious leader and head of state to officially object to the actions taking place in the Middle East.
No other Christian nation, and I repeat, no other Christian nation, has felt in its own flesh, what it means, what is the burden of being almost annihilated for the sake of their faith. No other Christian nation has lived that in its own flesh.
The suffering that was a genocide 100 years ago is still continuing today. A steady process of exterminating those who do not share the same faith or the same beliefs is seizing the world and must be stopped. Pope Francis will certainly have similar remarks later this month in Armenia.